For the second half of the week we decided to put out some pole work. So here you can see my 4-year-old Tango going round. First up on the outside side B and E we have just normal trot poles, 3 of them at 4.5 heel to toe measurements. And then you'll see she'll come down the diagonal and we've got 3 trot poles at 4.5 heel to toe measurements. We've got the square in the middle, which is just the pole lengths, and then we've got 2 canter poles on the way out at 3.5 strides. We have the same down the other diagonal, and then as you can see we've got the 3 trot poles again, and down the middle we put 3 lots of trot poles either side of the square at 4.5 heel to toe measurements. We've also got the cavalettes and the red and blue poles at either end on just a canter stride at 3.5 strides in between them. And we used this exercise for a variety of 11 horses today, from a 14-1 Connie up to a 17-hand warm blood and sports horse, all ranging from 4-year-olds up to 9. Once you've got the straight lines all good and ready, then you can start playing on curving in the middle like Tanya is here. And then you've got all the variety of the transitions. And we had the square made in a diamond type shape, so then we could really focus on how straight the horses were moving over the poles. You've also then got the choice of flying changes as well if you've got a horse that is up to that level of schooling. However, the cavalettes and poles are also inviting enough to start introducing the flying changes as well, and also to help them with their balance when they're changing over. As you can see, this exercise is made to work for a variety of horses, short or long strided, no matter the height. It's really good for making sure they bring their back ends underneath them, get the hocks underneath, and to provide the impulsion, but also just to settle that impulsion if you've got something a bit fiery and keen. This also offers a lot of variety and space for you to be able to ride it in a group as well. So it's really good if you want to focus on something, and it allows everyone else to focus on another area without getting on top of each other. We're going to talk about how to introduce this kind of exercise to a horse, especially if you've got a youngster like the one at the end of the video who is probably the greenest out of the lot from today and has only done a few poles and a few little jumps. So the best way to introduce this is to work just on the 3 trot poles on the either end of the BT, just because they're nice, simple, straightforward trot poles. It's really easy to get them going, get them forward, get them thinking. And then I would introduce the red and blue poles again, just because it's nice, easy and straightforward. Maybe have a little canter in between just to get some energy out. And then we would start playing across the diagonals. I would come in over the trot poles first, just because that gets them set on the right stride and for the canter poles, even if we are just trotting through. And then I'd loop round and do the canter poles onto the trot poles. And then once I'm happy with all that, I would then ride up through the middle, because that's the hardest part of the exercise for today. And then if the horse is capable, I'd have a little play over the cavalettes, starting in trot if a horse hadn't seen the cavalettes before, and then I'd build it up into canter, and if I was working on the flying changes, I'd then practice the flying changes. We now have the greenest horse of the group, and it's very important to make sure once you've gone over a part of the exercise, just to give them a quick stroke on the neck to let them know they've done well. Even if it hasn't quite gone to plan, just ride it through quietly, get to the other side and just reevaluate and then restart. There's no point worrying over getting it wrong. Of course, to finish off, my naughty horsey found it way too exciting. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll see if I can help you.